Are you plain bored of woodworking? Get excited again with Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit. Fisheye's Sandpaper Kit comes with everything you see here. Just pick your paper, spread the glue, and shake on the sand. Voila! Beautiful handcrafted sandpaper. And if you act now, we'll include candy sprinkles absolutely free. What better way to say I love you than with a gift of sandpaper? Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit is just $19.99 wherever crappy gifts are sold.
Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas. Well, it's not quite Christmas yet. We're at episode 16 on the 9th of December. And boy, I can see a pile of people in the chat. It's a busy chat. I see Jim Beauchard is with us, Peter Carroll, John from Unlimited Vertical, Andy, El Smeghead, Don Mudball, Big Water UAV Solutions, AZ Drone Dude. Man, it's a good crowd tonight. Old Farts with Drones. There you go. I got to add him as a moderator. Let me get that out of the way. And yeah, so there we go. Hey, guess who's here this week? Jim Beauchard from the Weekly Beauchard. You've got a new channel too, don't you?
Well, not me. A good friend of mine, Uncle Extra Medium, launched his YouTubery antics.
Yeah, well, Uncle Extra Medium is on the Wall of Fame. He's been on before. And we've added a new guest this week right down here in the corner. Let me introduce him quickly without any further ado. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Santa. No. Bob Dempsey.
Hi there.
How are you doing? How are you doing, Bob?
Very good. Very good. It got cold here today. We got down to about 65 degrees and it got cloudy. We were really, getting out our, big pea coats and, thermal underwear and everything. It's a different world here.
Wow.
How's there?
Oh, it's -1 Celsius, so probably 29 or 30 degrees in your terms. But we're expecting a heat wave on the weekend for the big football game.
Yay!
We're gonna hit +6. Yeah.
Yay!
So, yeah,
wow.
So you're
T-shirt weather.
Oh yeah. So you're busy down there this time of year, aren't you, Santa?
I am. I fell into this occupation of being Santa Claus through a variety, a crazy way. I don't know if you got a minute, I can tell the story how that happened.
We got an hour.
My wife's a photographer, and I was helping with this company Christmas party, and it's a huge builder in Las Vegas, and they like take over an entire nightclub and all kinds of stuff there. And they said, next year you have to be our Santa. I didn't have quite this large of a beard. And I said, okay, she said, I'll buy you the suit. Okay. I said, okay, so I'll do it. So I get there and it's at the Palm Hotel. And then their nightclub is called Rain, is the name of the nightclub there. And on a Saturday night, they had rented the entire nightclub, closed it to the public. And she says, I have your escorts ready. And I was like, escorts? So she takes me into the main room, and there is 2 Playboy bunnies in full outfit, both about 6'6", and I'm 5'3". So that was like, it was the most bizarre time. And so we stayed together the whole night. My wife is mad because I was dancing with them because I never dance with her. but they wanted to dance. So, hey,
Well,
anyway,
you know,
and then they said, "Oh, Santa, you have to go on stage and introduce the band." And I was like, "Okay." And I just jumped up there and grabbed a microphone and realized I didn't know who the band was, So anyway, I go back to the guitar player and I said, "What the hell's the name of your band?" It was the Goo Goo Dolls.
oh boy. Oh wow.
Oh, they spent about $1 million on this party. Anyway, but ever since that day, I just kept getting calls to do Santa. So it became my December part-time job.
Good stuff. It looks like you're about to do it online now too, eh? You've got
Yeah.
You got the whole setup.
You see the set back here. This is a picture I just downloaded from Google Images a few minutes before we went on here. But I just set up the studio here. We have a small room we use for this, and setting up a green screen and making everything work. But I'm ready to get going here. We got kids tomorrow night. I'm going out to a gig tomorrow in the early evening, and then in the 7-8 p.m. time, I'm talking to kids like this online.
Yeah. No, it's a great time of the year, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Everybody wants to be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. What did I here it is. There. I just put that up. Kindness is free. Kindness is free, give it freely, There isn't enough of that in the world these days. Everything's gone a little bit wild, but it's we have to do what we can to make everybody's life a little bit brighter. Back in the 90s, I was involved in a small town optimist club here in Ontario. And what we did before Christmas was we went to the bank and we went to the grocery store and the little pizza shop we had in town, and we gave them a little form to fill out for their customers to fill out, and they would fill out their child's name, the Christmas tradition that they had, and their phone number, and we would phone them on Christmas Eve as Santa Claus. We would have a party and people be jingling bells, and somebody pick up the phone and dial some kid's number and ask for Billy, and we'd say, "Oh yeah, Billy, I'm coming down your chimney," or coming through your bedroom door, or whatever the parents had lied to them about. And and it was just such a good time. We had such a good party. Everybody got drunk, and the big joke was, how long will it take before Gary turns on the waterworks? I'll tell you, some kid would say, some kid, I'd be on the phone with some kid and he'd say, "I love you, Santa," and I just start to. I was a blubbering idiot every year.
It does happen. I get choked up sometimes.
The wonder
talking to a kid.
The wonder of children, eh? It was. I'm tearing up there.
I think we're blowing the surprise for unlimited verticals. I just saw here in the chat, he's questioning that Santa is not real. It was all a lie. Oh my God.
Well, that's why we restricted the age. We don't want kids watching this.
I think his kids are old enough to handle it.
Oh yeah.
Old enough. Yeah. It's nice to actually be the youngest one on the panel this week.
You are? Oh, good.
You old farts.
Yes, old farts, yes. Well, not even 2 weeks from yesterday, I'm going to turn 71 on the 22nd of December. So, and I thought all these old farts on YouTube I was watching, I thought they were the old farts, and I didn't realize that I was the old fart, Yeah.
I'm catching up to you. I'm going to be 68 in February, so you know.
It's a good
Oh,
time.
man.
It really is. It's the best time.
Ray Kelly fans.
Ray Kelly believes.
Yeah, well, he already got his
Yeah.
Maverick 3, so he doesn't have to believe anymore. He got
No. Yeah, no, that was magic there. That was Ray Kelly magic. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
He's
Chris
never gonna
Waters
do
from
the
Sunrise Water Media has just joined us. Yeah.
Ah, hi, Chris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you've got
Oh,
what? You got 47 or 4,800 people watching or following you on Facebook now?
We started this group. I was watching you guys. I was watching Bill, the drone reviewer. I was watching Drone Nation, Ron and Marcus. And my wife would come by my man cave and goes, "What are you watching?" And my typical response to her was, "Oh, I'm watching Old Farts with Drones, honey." She'd go, okay, and then on one of these groups, I got to be friends with a few other older gentlemen here, and we started chatting back and forth. And I wanted to, help them. I'd been in drones now for a couple of years, and I had, gone through a lot of the startup problems that everybody does, and I've been in technology my whole life, and anyway, one of these guys, a few guys that we were chatting together with, said, I asked a simple question, and I keep getting these young farts, these young guys, giving me all kinds of, snide remarks and stuff like that. And so this was in May of this year. And I said, well, maybe now is the time to start a group. And so I think it was May 19th, I started Old Farts with Drones. And I invited about 20 people, and it grew over a month to 30 people, and I was like, wow, this is great, And then Captain Ray Kelly found me. I don't know how, but he started recommending me to all of his fans and followers. And, within a month I had 200, and then I had 1,000, and, I'm just fascinated. There are that many Old Farts with Drones out there. And, my intention was, let's make a channel that there's no BS arguing about anything other than maybe what's the best drone to fly or where the best place to fly a drone is, but no politics, no, absolutely nothing like that. No, anybody saying bad stuff about a member or anybody else, kind of thing. And I've tried to keep it that way, and it keeps growing. And I'm really fortunate.
Yeah, that's what we do here too. We try and avoid politics, religion, racism, anything like that. And I think my theme is let's all have fun. Let's all get together and be kind to one another, kind and respectful. You can't beat kindness and respect, right? So
no.
And you get sometimes I think as a drone pilot, you get a little jaded. I've got a Phantom, or I've got a Mavic 3, or I've got a Inspire or a Matrice, and somebody said, "What's the best drone to get?" And you tell them it's a $20,000 Sony Airpeak.
Get me one too.
Yeah, when what they really want.
Oh, you froze up there, Gary.
Oh, I thought it was just me. No,
this little guy?
There you go.
You froze
back
for 30 seconds.
All of a sudden, all the little circles started going there on me. So I must be having I think the hamster skipped off the wheel there for a minute. So, but no, sometimes all you need is that little drone that you can fit in the palm of your hand, and you know, you can fly around the house when the weather's bad. You know, you know, that was $69 well spent. You know, something you can fly every day. So, you know, you kind of sometimes have to get off your high horse and say, you know, we can do this.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, so
I agree. I keep a couple small drones because I have people who want to learn, and you know, I don't want to put you know, $1,000 drone in their hand, you know. So I've got an old Mini that you know, that I keep just for that purpose, you know.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I've got the original Mavic Air, and I've got the original toy drone that I flew. I don't know how many times I've had to put motors in it, fix it, because you know, it's not very good at GPS. It tends to find a tree, you know, or the wind catches it and it blows away, and you know, hits a pole or something. You know, so you're always fixing that beauty. You know, and
well, that's part of the fun. Man. It's part of the excitement of flying a drone. Is that, you know, any moment this $1,000 piece of toy could be dropping out of the sky and be worthless, you know?
It
well, adds to the thrill.
You tend to be more careful with your Air 2S or your Mavic 3 than you are with the toy one, and especially if you're working a commercial job. You know, I do some commercial stuff from time to time, and you know, it's nice to have something reliable that you can count on to get up there, get the shots, and come back every time. You know? But you can't recommend that always to the first time flyer. You know, they don't have the budget for it, or you know, there's some. And Andy's right. He says the best drone is the one that you have with you. You know,
the one that you got in your hand. That's the best.
That's a page out of Apple's. That's the page out of Apple's book. They say that the best camera you have is the one in your pocket. You know,
that's right.
And Ray Kelly says he teaches people with his Mini too. So
it's a good idea.
So you're in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
How long have you been?
Well,
how long have you been there?
I came here to spend 6 months. I had a break. I couldn't get back into college. I had dropped out of college, and I was trying to get back into college in 1974. And so a previous college roommate had wound up getting to Las Vegas. So I had 6 months before I could get a student loan. So he said, you could get a job here for 6 months, no problem. So it was either come to Las Vegas and work for 6 months, or stay with my parents after I'm now 23 years old. So I came to Las Vegas to spend 6 months, and that was almost 48 years ago. I'm still here. I now have grandkids here, you know. So
nice, very good.
Yeah, it was totally. I was not planning on making this my home, but it's you know, I know everybody knows Las Vegas is the gambling and drugs, sex, all this craziness, you know, kind of thing, entertainment. But it is really a wonderful, wonderful community. I mean, you know. That whole Las Vegas public thing is separate from 90% of the people that live here, separate from our life. We don't even, it's not a part of our life at all.
Yeah. So. Oh, that's kind of neat. Now you've got hockey there now too, eh?
Hey, we have one of the greatest hockey teams of all time. And I know I'm speaking two, people in Canada here. I understand that.
We were talking.
We
before
know hockey.
Yeah.
I grew up with the Blackhawks, and I grew up in Chicago. I've actually, my uncle, when I was a child, my father was kind of handicapped, but my uncle took me to Stanley Cup playoff games at Chicago Stadium. So when I was a child there, so it's been in my blood for a long, long time. I played hockey when I was a kid too, and but I was shocked that the first professional sport in Las Vegas was going to be hockey.
Yeah. Oh, and they seem to do well, and they've made it into a real entertainment business.
Oh yeah,
stuff that the hockey world hasn't seen before. The mascots and the dancers and yeah, for sure.
It's funny from the ceiling. You've seen that, the night coming down from the ceiling, and the girls with the pom poms and the drummers with the light up glasses, and I mean it's pretty spectacular show. And the ice gets hit with multiple lasers prior to it, and so depending on who we're playing, they put them in the ice and stuff like that. When we're playing the Sharks, there's a shark swimming on the ice. I don't know how the hell they do that.
No, it's great. The projection stuff and it's it is entertainment. Somebody asked one of the players for this team.
Yes, Tiger Cat.
How they got down 12-0 and came back to win the semifinal or the Eastern final. And they said, well, it's entertainment. We gotta build some drama. I'm certain they didn't have that in the plan, but they came back and won the game, and now they play in the championship on the weekend. So
how
so
great.
Yeah.
How great.
Gotta love sport. Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah. Yes. So we 5 years ago, this is our 5th year, the Golden Knights' 5th year here in the NHL. And about 3 miles from my house here, they're building another stadium for the Silver Knights, the AHL team, their minor league team. So, I mean, and that's like, I can virtually walk there, and but that's so
very cool.
So hockey has like overtaken Las Vegas. I mean, there is not a company or a business that doesn't. I've had businesses that have absolutely nothing to do with the team say we want the Knights logo on our sign. We don't care. We just want the Knights logo on our sign. It's like,
no kidding.
Okay. Yeah.
And they don't get in trouble with the NHL for using that.
Who knows? Yeah.
That's not your problem.
Who knows? Yeah.
You're paying me to put it on there. I'll put it on. You deal with the legal consequences.
Yeah. When it's time to take it off, I'll charge you to take it off. Okay.
Yeah. Now you're in graphic design, so you're doing billboards, menus. Where does that take you?
It's I started in 80, and actually in the 81, I was setting type on an Apple IIe. At the time I owned a video movie rental store, and I didn't want to pay somebody else to do the newsletter, and figured out I can do this myself. And I did it on an Apple IIe, and pasted up the galleys, and
that's my era.
Cutting the ruby lips, in the halftones.
Yeah.
Yep. And then in 84, I went to a convention here in Las Vegas and saw the first Macintosh, and I bought one a week later, and that started me. And then I eventually sold the video store and went to work full time for the computer store, and I became their graphic art trainer for people selling Macintoshes. So, I did that for, a number of years. And then I started getting higher paying jobs at advertising agencies because I knew how to work all the technology. And then in 1996, the best thing that ever happened to me happened. I got fired. And I started Dempsey Graphics in 96, and it's still making money today. So
Good stuff.
that's how I got to here. And we do a lot of things. We originally did, all kinds of invitations and newsletters and stuff for the casino industry. I've done a variety of that. I've done program books for the Philharmonic here in Las Vegas. Believe it or not, we have a Philharmonic in Las Vegas. And I've done, I moved, of course, in I think it was 97, I built my first website. And so I've done web work for a variety of people and designing websites and learning the back end of WordPress and Divi and Drupal and Joomla and all of that kind of stuff. So, and then I've done a lot of big signage. I've had my work on the strip on the face of Planet Hollywood, which is a whole video screen. I've gotten to see artwork that I came up with, that level. So it's been a lot of fun. I couldn't ask for a better career.
Yeah, no, I was in the graphics business for, probably close to 20 years. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing your work in stores and buses and billboards and all that stuff. I did a lot of work for Staples and Home Depot and A&P. Did you have A&P down there?
The A&P's not in Las Vegas, not in Nevada, but they are in Chicago. Yeah.
I did a lot of stuff for A&P, and it was the big, the big stores, and around the world. And I can remember doing stuff for Staples in German. And you set type, and one word has 77 letters in it, and you
and a lot of umlauts and
and you set the type, and it's got to go on 2 lines. It's one word, and you put a hyphen in, and you send out the proof, and they go, "That's not where you hyphenate."
How would I know?
How the hell would I know? The one that I really enjoyed was working for the New York subway system. We used to large print all the directories. When you go into Subway and it says "You are here," and you got the big map. I used to run a 60-inch inkjet printer, it was 60 inches wide. So what would happen was you'd get this order, and you'd have to know where every station was, and have a "You are here" for that one. Print that. Go to the next station. "You are here" for that. So you do the whole thing. You get it shipped out, and 3 or 4 months later, there'd be a route change. So you got to do it all over again.
That's wonderful.
Great business. And here's the thing: we had this 60-inch printer, and you can imagine a 60-inch inkjet printer it's going to take a long time to go through a 100-foot roll of paper.
Oh yeah.
So what we would do is I'd run it all day, and then when I was ready to finish at 3:30, I'd load up the computer with all the next prints, pour the ink into all of the ink wells. There was, CMYK ink.
Yeah.
Fill those all up, put 100 feet of paper on it, and go home. And then at midnight, I'd go in, I'd change the paper, put in the next, fill up all the ink again.
Let it run again.
Let it run again. Go home. Go to bed. Get up. Be back in the office at 7 in the morning. So that thing was running 24 hours a day. But when I went in, it would take me 15 minutes to get the midnight run set up, and I'd get paid 4 hours. So, so I was making 2 days pay every day while I was running that thing,
Oh yeah.
And a store in England would decide that they wanted to see what the signage would look like full size.
Yeah.
And so I would be running that thing 24 hours a day to run a full set of signage for a grocery store. And, find out that we didn't get it, but that's okay. I still got paid, but those were the days, and back in those days, we were setting all that stuff up in Quark Express. We didn't have any of the modern programs. We didn't have InDesign back in those days.
But, I got a copy of Quark Express still on my computer. It was a workhorse forever. That's for sure. It became the de facto standard. You couldn't work in anything but Quark Express for decades.
Yeah. And all the Photoshop manipulation you had to do,
Oh yeah.
And back in those days, you would, say go to rotate something, and you'd rotate it 5 degrees or something, and you wait 10 minutes for it to actually process
render
the image change. And everybody said, "Oh, you can do that on a PC." Well, we did. We took two images side by side and rotated them both 5 degrees. I was done. The Mac was done in about 10 minutes, and it was, I think, 13 hours. 13 hours before the PC processed it. So they said, "Well, that's it. We'll spend the extra money." We'll just keep spending it on the Macs, because they were built for doing that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
The PCs were great for word processing and the web browsing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now this
There's
is going
absolutely
back.
no difference now in graphics.
No
difference at all.
Yeah, this was 20 years ago. Well, now the Mac that I'm working on has an Intel processor, so
that's
there's
no difference at all.
Yeah. No, it's technology is just unbelievable, the way it has changed in the last 20 years,
I just get, I see my grandson now is 15, and I'm thinking, what's gonna fascinate him when he's 60 years old? What's gonna, how I just can't imagine the rapid progression of technology. I really am thrilled that I've gotten to hang on this long with it,
Well, you know what? I think this technology helps keep us young. If we try and stay on top of it, it keeps our mind active. I've got people who are my age who still don't know how to turn on a cell phone.
I understand. I have family that can't do that.
I think new hips and new knees would make me younger.
Oh, we've got a bunch of new people in the chat too. I see New England journalist Barry's with us, and I'm scrolling back. There was somebody.
Hi, Barry.
Here,
yeah,
I made him a moderator. It was Mac 863, I think. I met him briefly. I met him briefly in Ken Herron's pre-chat this afternoon. And he was complaining that he had to wait 3 hours before Ken came on. And I said, "Well, come on over and join us." So
Yeah, the hour before.
The hour before, you know. And we're here to warm up the audience for Ken so that, you know, everybody gets a chance to go pour themselves a drink and get a meal and get into their jammies. We try and calm them down and put them to sleep, you know.
Good. Can I ask you, is most of your audience Great White North?
No,
No.
mostly not.
No. Ah, okay. All right.
Did you say mostly snot?
Mostly not. 23 subs to 1,000, says Andy. Yeah. Well, you know, I hit 1,000 subs in 2020, and then YouTube did the purge, and I was down to about 950, and currently I'm at 979. So I'm showing 21 subs to, unless somebody else. What happens here too is sometimes I'll gain a few through the week, and then I'll do a live stream and people unsubscribe. So I don't know what that. I'm frozen.
There he is.
Was I frozen?
Oh, we may have lost him.
No.
There he is. Back again.
No, I'm right here. I can see you guys.
Yeah, you were froze.
Oh wow.
We were going to start calling you Walt
well,
Disney.
it's
Not frozen.
It's the -1 degree situation there, you know.
Yeah. The hamster on the wheel is about to go on strike, I think.
I'm going to try a new internet service here. I've just signed up for a Wi-Fi mesh coming to our neighborhood, which I'm going to try it. It was half price from what I'm paying, but they have to come and install an antenna on my roof. And they're telling me the signal's coming from the shopping center, 3 blocks away from me. And they're promising me 700 up and 700 down for $70.
Wow. An antenna on your roof.
That sounds like a deal.
In your head.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll let them give it a try. I'm not going to turn off. I'm on cable now. I'm not going to turn that off until I see that other one work. But that might be great.
See, I'm out in the country. We don't have cable out here. I've got a grain silo down the road, and I've got an antenna on my roof that points at the grain silo that transmits the internet to me. So
microwave.
So if there's I guess I don't know if there's a pigeon sitting up there, it blocks me out. Maybe I don't
know. Pigeon jerky.
Pigeon jerky. There you go. Steven Drones just became a moderator on my channel.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. He's saying hi to Drone Rob. I don't know if I've said hi to Drone Rob. It's hard to keep up with Rob. Yeah. So the chat's moving along, and and Andy's drinking vodka to keep him awake until 4 a.m. when Ken Heron's finished. Andy has just moved back into England from what island was that? Guernsey. Yeah, the Channel Islands. So he's back with the missus there. So.
Oh, good. I see a few names there I recognize from the Old Farts channel, or Old Farts group there.
Well, back in the day, I used to have my show at 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. And the only audience we got were retired, unemployed, and disabled. So this time of day, we've kept that audience, but we've had other people still join us. Mac 282, he's the one that was new that I met in Ken Heron's chat. So welcome, Mac 282. Yeah, if you get a chance, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, click the bell so you're not late next week, and you've got somewhere to go the hour before Thursday Night Live.
And send us your credit card information.
Yeah. Click the like button and give us your passwords. Yeah, he says we're great. He doesn't know us that well. He's new. We're just here to have a good time, you know.
Me too.
And Steve Mack is here.
Cool.
Yeah. Welcome to the Blue Crew. Now, Stephen Drones, did I give him a? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Stephen Drones.
Well, you said you were good, but
he's in. He hasn't made it. He hasn't commented since, so he's wasting his wrench ability. He's got lots of torque, you know.
Oh boy.
So you're going to be doing some live streaming from YouTube with the Old Farts with Drones page there?
Well, at our we look like we're probably going to reach 5,000 in the next week or two here. So probably right after the first of the year, I think I'm going to start. My current idea is to do it twice a month. I haven't quite figured out the time slot, but believing, the majority of our, when I look at our demographics on Facebook, we have from 55 plus males, we have like 90% in one demographic there. And,
Wow.
and out of 5,000, nearly 5,000 members, I think we have 50 women. And
Really?
I'm fascinated, but I understand the drone business and the name. I think maybe turns them off. Old Farts with Drones might turn them off, but or being associated with an old fart, you know.
My wife doesn't mind being associated with it.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm thinking we're going to go on a couple times a month, and hopefully maybe we can do an hour or maybe 2 hours and show some other old farts videos and interview some old farts and find out why are you doing this? What got you interested in this? And maybe there's some advice that you can share to us that we would all need to hear. And and have fun. I would love to do a segment with Jim Beauchart, would be wonderful. It would be
actually
fabulous.
We do have a question in the chat. Unlimited Vertical. John was asking, are they all camera drones or are there FPV old farts as well?
Oh, there's a lot of FPV. Yeah, I see. There's quite a few people, and they post goggle videos, where we get all the get the goggle view, the fat shark view or whatever.
What you call
but there's both. We have quite a few. More camera drones though than FPV. That's for sure. Definitely.
Sunrise Water Media, the young kid wants to know what's the qualification for being an old fart.
Well, the main qualification is that you act like an adult.
I'm out.
We're not, there's no politics. There's no, other promotion other than my own promotions, but there's no, bad mouthing each other, as long as, you can hang with that. I can tell your viewers the secret to get into the group. Answer all the questions and you're in. That's it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that's how I got in, but I didn't know if I had to be over 55 or not. But,
No.
Still act like I still act like a kid, and I'm well over 55. You know what? I don't even remember 55. It was so long ago.
I'm 58. I still can't.
But you brought up. Now you brought up a point about what got somebody into drones. What got you into drones?
Well, one of my clients was a solar installer. He subsequently went out of business and now got back into business. But anyway, he bought a Phantom to do inspections after they were done. They would fly the drone over the roof and video the solar install, and then keep that as a archive. If something happened, they go back and say, this is what it looked like the day after we finished, you know. And I was fascinated, but I couldn't afford, you know, it was a couple $1,000s at that time to get one. And I was just like, I don't have a real reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
So after every year that I do Santa Claus, I get to buy myself a birthday present. My birthday is December 22nd. So I never get to celebrate my birthday on my birthday. So I'm always Santa someplace. So anyway, this is 2019. I bought a Mini is what I bought for myself. That was my present. And I went out and tried it a few times, and I just got totally hooked. I mean, I wanted to go out. My full-time job was now looking at the wind every day. You know, can I fly today? Can I not? Can I fly? You know, every day. And then, you know, so then I did I got an Air 2 a year later. Or an Air, actually, just an Air 2 a year later. And then in April, I one of the guilty parties, I did the Best Buy shuffle. You know, they offered a 365-day full return. And so I took my Air 2 back that I've been using for 4 months. And I took it back on April 14th. And on April 15th, I went right back to that same store and bought the Air 2S.
Very good.
So, that's where I'm at. I just bought the little, I don't know if you've seen on my channel, somebody has a drone that looks like Santa and reindeers. So that's supposed to be delivered here next couple days. So it's a total toy, but I had to have it.
Well, you know what? You could probably get some good shots of that thing flying over some kid's roof. And
oh, yeah.
You know, oh, yeah, that sounds like a riot. That, you know, it doesn't have to be great. You just have to be able to, film it in flight, you know.
Yeah.
You could probably get one that was a rock and you'd throw it up and film it going by. Oh, that's great. That's good stuff. Yeah. So
anyway, that's how I got hooked.
Excuse me.
I'll tell you, it's
like Ray Kelly says, you know, you should get the seniors hooked on drones, not drugs. Oh no, that's kids that he's talking about.
We're hooked on everything, you know. It's okay. That's good.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Life is a joy, and you got to make the most of what time you've got. And you know, we're only on this planet for so long, and you know, you got to do what you can to get by from day to day, right? You know.
Oh,
and
you got to enjoy every day. Enjoy every day.
Sure.
There's no reason not to.
If it doesn't make you money or if it doesn't make you happy, walk away. You know?
Definitely.
And if it makes you money but it doesn't make you happy, well, life's too short for that. So find something else. Yeah. And you've got merch too, eh?
New color. Yes, I started with some shirts and now hats, and this is a new khaki color there. I like that, but you know, this is my best hat. There we go.
There we go.
Tell me what you want.
Well, you know what? You can't go wrong. That always.
Yay!
You know what? You wear this hat, it puts a smile on somebody's face, right?
That's
You know?
right. That's right. Promise everything. No problem. You want an iPhone? No problem. Okay. You want a Maverick 3?
Yeah.
No problem. Okay.
I was in Walmart a couple years ago. It was in the middle of the summer, and I was walking through, and I was going by the toy department, and this ball came rolling out from one of the aisles, and I took the ball and I kicked it back, and I looked, and there's a little girl standing down there, and she said, "Thank you, Santa." She saw the white beard, and
that's an occupational problem I have. I don't cut this back. I trim it back a little bit, but and of course right now I use a lot of curling irons and hairspray and all kinds of things when I actually am doing Santa, but I get kids following me through the grocery store. It's sometimes I've turned around, I've had 3-4 kids, are going, "Santa, Santa, Santa."
And they all want to pull your beard, I bet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I lit them. It's in there tight, Yeah.
I did Santa one year for a kid's Christmas party, and this is back in the 80s. My beard was still brown, and I let it grow out because I knew I was going to be Santa. So I went to the store and I bought that dye that, it's supposed to be temporary, right?
Yeah.
And I went, I had the Santa suit they got me in the whole business, and I went down the basement to the laundry tubs, and I was putting the dye in, and it wouldn't stick. It just kept running out. I thought, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So my wife went and got a can of white latex paint, and we took a hair comb, and we combed white latex paint in my beard. Well, it was stiff as could be. I was like a white porcupine, and went and did the Christmas thing, and the kids were all impressed. Nobody touched the beard. It was solid.
You cut it off after?
I went down into this guy's basement and in his laundry room, and he had some Tide detergent, and I put some Tide in a cup, like the powder, and mixed it all up. And I'll tell you, that came out as easier than it went in. It just washed right away.
Wow.
I got finished. I went back upstairs to join the party, and one of the kids said, "You were Santa, weren't you?" I said, "No, I just got here." I said, "There's my car out front." Yeah, there's my car out front. It's a red Mustang. It doesn't mean I'm Santa. And I was able to convince him that I wasn't Santa. So
yeah,
it just takes one smart kid to spoil it for the whole rest of them.
Yeah.
Chris Hope is joining. Chris is from
good.
Texas. Sunrise Water Media is from Texas. We're getting we've got little Shart Beauchard is there.
Yes, Tejas is in the town, in the house. Yes, Texas in the house here.
Oh, yeah, Artco's from Colorado. Yeah. Art Carlson.
Hey.
Yeah. They're all joining us. They're all joining us as we're ready to sign off.
Yes.
We're coming up to the top of the hour.
Yeah.
Any final words for us, Bob?
Well, I just want to appreciate so many people that have come to support the Old Farts with Drones channel. I mean, I I am just so immensely appreciative that you found the channel, you found the group, and you enjoy posting your videos there and sharing your stories. We love good comedy on there, good humor. I've deleted some raunchy stuff off of there, but we want to keep it kind of family friendly, and we just really appreciate everybody that's found a home at Old Farts with Drones, and continue. And I hope you stay tuned for the Old Farts with Drones talk show, the creative title there. And it's going to happen probably right after the first of the year when I have some more time. Thanks. And I really appreciate getting the chance to be on your show tonight, Gary and Jim. We've had this trepidation about, we know most of Canada is pissed off that, we grabbed a lot of their great players down here, and most of the stars of the Golden Knights are all Canadians, so we appreciate you lending us your players.
Well,
thank you.
We certainly appreciate you spending all your salary money on Canadians.
Yes.
we're happy to entertain you. So
oh yes, Marc-Andre Fleury was here for 4 years, and I know that he's got a special part in everybody's heart up there. I mean, I know he was just the warmest guy. I got to meet him a couple times, and he was like the representative of Las Vegas. We were proud to have him, and sad to see him go to Chicago.
Yeah, but everybody moves on, right? Yeah. Okay, that's great. Jim, anything from you?
Well, our time is short. I just
what you got, Jim? Any last words?
That not so much for the old farts because they can fend for themselves. But Bob, thank you very much on behalf of all the little kids who you put a smile on them.
Oh, thanks. A lot of fun.
Okay, good stuff. Stick around after, and we'll have a little more chat. Hang on. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to spend a bit of your time with us. Comment, like, and subscribe and share. That's our CLASS. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe. Be kind. We'll see you again next Thursday at the same time with Max Air 420 and Tammy Jean, who are going to join us. Coming up live is Night Train FPV with Mike, and apparently Andy L. Smeghead is going live as well. So if you visit any of those, either of those live streams, make sure you put in hashtag Brant Ariel's Raid to let them know that we sent you over there, and then they will send their viewers back to us next week. But in the meantime, everybody, remember to be kind and have a Merry Christmas. Okay, with that, I'll try and figure out how to do the outro. Oh, I did it wrong again. I always have trouble getting out the outro. Now you can hear it, but you can't see it. I'm always a mess at the end of the stream. like El Smeghead says, I've got more windows open than an abattoir on a summer's day. The outro, here we go. All right. We'll see y'all next time.
Are you plain bored of woodworking? Get excited again with Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit. Fisheye's Sandpaper Kit comes with everything you see here. Just pick your paper, spread the glue, and shake on the sand. Voila! Beautiful handcrafted sandpaper. And if you act now, we'll include candy sprinkles absolutely free. What better way to say I love you than with a gift of sandpaper? Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit is just $19.99 wherever crappy gifts are sold.
Well, a special thanks to everybody that stuck around to the end of the show of the hour before TNL. All 2,417 of you.